The Aramaic and Palestinian Targum, Leviticus chapter 27. And the Lord spake with Moshe, saying, Speak with the children of Israel, and say to them, When a man willeth to set apart the separation of a vow in the valuing of the life unto the name of the Lord, then his valuation for a male from 20 years old unto 60 years, 50 shekels, and the shekel of the sanctuary shall be his valuation. But if for a female, his valuation shall be 30 shekels. And if it be a child from 5 years until 20 years, his estimation for a male shall be 20 shekels, and for a female 10 shekels. But for a child of a month old until 5 years, his estimation for the male shall be 5 silver shekels, and for a female 3 silver shekels. Moreover, a man of 60 years and upwards, his estimation shall be 15 shekels, for a female 10. But if he be too poor for such a rate of his estimation, he shall stand before the priest, and the priest shall make an estimation for him, according to the ability of his hand. So shall the priest estimate for him. And if it be an animal of such as are offered as an oblation before the Lord, whatever he giveth of it shall before the Lord shall be sacred, and shall not alter it nor change it, that which is perfect for that which hath blemish, or that in which there is blemish for the perfect. But if by changing he will exchange animal for animal, both that of the one that is changed shall be consecrate. Jerusalem. And he shall not change it, good for bad, or bad for good. But if changing he will exchange animal for animal, both that and his changed one shall be sacred. But if it be an unclean animal, of such as are not offered as an oblation before the Lord, he shall make the animal stand before the priest, and the priest shall value it, whether good or bad, as the priest shall value, so shall it be. But if he would redeem it, let him add 1/5 of its price upon that of its valuation. When a man would consecrate his house as a consecrated thing before the Lord, the priest shall value it, whether good or bad, according as the priest shall estimate, so shall it stand. Jerusalem. A sanctified thing unto the name of the Lord, then the priest shall order, as the priest hath ordered it shall be. And if he who hath consecrated shall redeem his house, let him add 1/5 of the price of its valuation thereunto, and it shall be. Jerusalem. And if he who hath made sacred 1/5 of the price of its valuation upon it, and it shall be his. And if a man would dedicate a portion of the land of his inheritance before the Lord, the valuation of it shall be according to the measure of its seed, a space on which may be sown a cor, 75.5 pints of barley shall be considered worthy 50 shekels of silver. And if he would dedicate the ground from the year of Jubilee, it shall stand according to its valuation. But if he will dedicate his field after the year of Jubilee, the priest shall compute with him the sum of the money according to the proportion of years that remain unto the next Jubilee year, and shall abate it from the valuation. Jerusalem. And if a man would separate a portion of a field of his inheritance under the name of the Lord, his valuation shall be according to its sowing, a choma of barley seed. And if he separate his field from the year of Jubilee, according to its value, it shall stand. And if he would redeem the field that he had consecrated, let him add 1/5 of the money upon its valued price, and it shall be confirmed to him. Jerusalem. And if he would redeem that field which had been consecrated, let him add 1/5 of the silver shekels above its estimation, and it shall be his. But if he would not redeem the field, but sell it to another man, it shall not be redeemed again. The field when it goeth out at the Jubilee, shall be sacred before the Lord. As a field separated for the priest, it shall be his inheritance. Jerusalem, it shall be a sanctified thing unto the Lord, as a field of separation. And if he would consecrate before the Lord a field which he hath bought, and which is not of the land of his inheritance, then the priest shall compute with him the amount of the price of the valuation until the year of Jubilee, and he shall give its value on that day, as a consecrated thing before the Lord. In the year of Jubilee the field shall return to the man from whom he bought it, to him who had the inheritance of the land. And every valuation shall be in shekels of the sanctuary. 20 mahan are a shekel. Jerusalem. And if he would consecrate a purchased field under the name of the Lord, then the priest shall compute with him the value of the separation unto the year of Jubilee, and he shall give the separation of the value of that field, a holy thing, unto the name of the Lord. At the year of Jubilee the field shall revert to him from whom he had brought it, to him who had the inheritance of the land. And every estimation shall be according to the shekels of the sanctuary. Moreover, firstling among cattle which is separated to the name of the Lord, whether an ox or lamb, a man cannot separate, is a votive gift, because it already belongs to the name of the Lord. And if it be an unclean animal, then he shall redeem it according to its valuation, and add a fifth of the price to it. But if he will not redeem it, then it shall be sold at the price of its valuation. Nevertheless, no devoted thing which a man shall separate before the Lord, of anything that is his, of man or beast, or of his inheritance, shall be sold or redeemed. Every devoted separation is most sacred before the Lord. Jerusalem. Only no devoted thing that a man shall separate to the name of the Lord, of anything that he hath, of child or cattle. Every separation is most sacred to the name of the Lord. Every separation which shall be separated of man shall not be redeemed with money, but with burnt offerings, and with sanctified victims, and with supplication for mercy before the Lord, because such are to be put to death. Jerusalem. Every one of the children of men set apart or devoted shall not be redeemed. Dying, he shall be put to death. And all of the tithe of the land, of the seed of the ground, or the fruits of the tree, is the Lord's, and is most sacred before the Lord. But if a man will redeem any part of his tithe, he shall add a fifth of its value thereunto. And every tithe of oxen and sheep, whatever passes under the tithing rod, the tenth shall be consecrated before the Lord, and he shall not scrutinize between the good nor the bad, nor exchange it. But if exchanging, he will exchange it, both it and that for which it is changed shall be sacred and not be redeemed. These are the precepts which the Lord prescribed unto Moshe, and of which not one must be trifled with. And he prescribed them to be shown unto the children of Israel at Mount Sinai. Jerusalem, it pertaineth to the name of the Lord, it is holy unto the name of the Lord. But if any man will redeem any portion of his tithe, let him add upon it a fifth part of its price, and every tithe of ox and sheep, whatever passes under the rod, a tenth shall be holy unto the Lord, unto his name. He shall not scrutinize between good and bad, nor exchange it. But if he shall change it, then shall both it and that for which it is changed be sacred, and not be redeemed. These are the commandments. That's now the end of the book of Leviticus. Next readings, we go into the book of Numbers. Holy be his name.